Hello everybody, this is Antinatalist, and just a couple of things I wanted to bring up today in this video. But you know, I think I'm one of the oldest YouTube females that promote child-free and antinatalist topics. I do know that there is a book writer, and she's heavily into promoting a child-free lifestyle, and she's been around a long time, but not too many antinatalist females go public. So, you know, I should be nicknamed Dinosaur Diane, right? So I've been advocating antinatalism for about almost 10 years, and child-free lifestyles. But you know, the one thing about all these videos, they all are just creative attempts to promote one thing, and that is, you know, don't reproduce, don't conceive, don't birth a child, because they're going to be harmed, they're going to hurt, they're going to suffer, they're going to age, and they're going to die. So all of these videos are based on that foundation. And anybody who creates an antinatalist video is doing so with the heart of antinatalism at its core. So then the tactic is, how do we get creative? How do we, you know, promote lack of procreation and non-procreation and voluntary human extinction? And how do we keep it going? How do we keep it in, you know, the public's view? And that's what's difficult. And as any educator or teacher knows, that you have to reproduce what you're trying to convey, and you have to reproduce it in a fashion that people will listen. And education is all about repetition, and that's all it is. And that's how people learn things, is repetition. Like, I was not always an antinatalist. You know, I was very young, but we all learned about antinatalism through experience, or seeking knowledge, or, you know, being educated, or being enlightened by somebody else, or watching a video, or reading a book, or just having life experiences that, you know, made you contemptible about life and its diseases and its harms. I will say that being consistent with antinatalism is very boring. And just like an educator, replicating everything that you say and trying to be creative is mind-blowingly my guacamole's here. They're making it, right? They're making fresh guacamole for me. But anyway, it's mind-blowingly boring to, you know, reproduce your thoughts, you know, over and over in a fashion that people will understand and listen. And I once had a tutor when I was young, and I had a tutor for math, and she made everything so crystal clear for me. She was just amazing. And then if you can find someone on YouTube who makes the philosophy crystal clear to you, and where you can, and where you can understand it, and where it applies to you, and where you can resonate with that person, that is what makes everything trigger this philosophy in your head, and make you believe in it, because it is irrefutable. I will say that the most difficult thing to teach sometimes is a parent who is not an antinatalist. One of my childhood friends, she when I was telling her about antinatalism, she said, "But Diane, I love my children." And has nothing to do with loving your children. People can love their children once they're born and still become antinatalists. And a lot of people, a lot of parents, once they do have children, they realize that they brought those children into great, great harm and they cannot protect them. And they have regrets. And there's a huge silent majority of parents who are regretful but silent, right? So I'm always looking for new ideas for content. If you do have any ideas, jot them down and be specific, because there's so many topics to talk about in the harms of bringing children into existence. And there's overpopulation, and there's economic factors, there's ecological factors. But every one of us antinatalist YouTubers have touched on this topic. So we're always looking for ideas to resonate with our viewers. And the content of antinatalism is, it's clear cut. It's just, don't reproduce and your child will be spared from harm, decay, and death. It's that simple. So we're always in search of ways to educate our audience. Just like a teacher. A teacher has to review and replicate and repeat things over and over and over. And with my Facebook group, Babies Are Not Miracles, and the International Antinatalist Society, I'm always reviewing and repeating memes and quotes, because newcomers aren't aware of all of this. And people even forget those quotes and memes. So as an educator, we always have to, repeat and repeat. And it gets boring for us. And so, we're working for nothing. We're working for, either to enlighten an audience or other antinatalist approval, but we are not getting paid, and that's difficult. It's difficult to stay fresh and stay afloat when you've said everything and you've done everything, and it just seems like so many people don't listen. Just like my friend who said that she loves her children, and then some people bring up the fact of, who's going to carry on the world if we don't have any humans? Oh, please. You know what? The fact that we carry on more humans means that we carry on more suffering. So people who want to keep the world populated with people, they also advocate keeping the world populated with suffering individuals. So, that's not fair. That's not right. That's not moral. That's not compassionate. So, any ideas, any specific ideas that you have on content for me to develop, please jot them down and be specific, because just general ideas aren't good enough to create a video on. So anyway, I'm holding my guacamole maker up from creating my custom guacamole. So thanks for watching, everybody, and peace and antinatalism.